Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Mush. I just woke up, I'm incredibly tired, but it's MMM day, and we need to join a ship. I think this is still Cycle 1. We can be Frieda, Hua, Ian, or Steven. I think that I'm going to be Frieda. Out of all these characters, will be Frieda. Astrophysicist, pilot, and survivalist. I've only been Frieda once before. Her main job is to find planets. Let's see, erroneous destination. I am the first person awake. That's kind of scary. This is already not going how I was hoping it would go. It's day 1, cycle 2. What do we have going on here? I'm the first person awake. I was not expecting this. I was hoping to jump into a ship with a lot of people here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the med lab and lay down. And I am just going to sleep for a bit. Hopefully more people will wake up and then we can figure out exactly what we're going to do and what's going on. Day 1, cycle 2, and I'm the first person awake. Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Mush. It's day 1, cycle 3, and me and Jin Su are the first two out of cryo sleep. The rest of the crew might take until the end of the day to wake up. Again, I was hoping things would be a little bit quicker, but I overslept MMM by 2 hours because I was not fucking getting up about, no, actually 2.5 hours early. Just to jump on a ship. I was told that people will be trickling in all day, so with any luck, as people get off work and their real life schedules adapt to the game, they'll jump in with me, and we will get some active people in here. What else do we have? What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to quickly scan for a planet. I'm crossing my fingers that I'm not Mush, because I don't like to be Mush, and it's hard for Frieda to get away being Mush. She doesn't have that many reasons to be dirty. We have insects and desert, which is worthless. Absolutely worthless. Manacrog, all of my planet scans are worthless. So let's just dump these. Dang it. Guess so. I was hoping it'd be a bit more active on MMM day, but being 2 hours late, might have missed it, mostly. And let me get some threads started, I guess. Dirty thread. Favorite. Let's see. Dirty thread, favorite. That doesn't really need to be spaced out. Put this here and post here when and why you got dirty, as well as when you showered. Failure to do so may likely result in your own death. There we go. I'm not really gonna make a planet thread. I'm not making a planet thread, but my first 2 planets were completely worthless. Dump them and we'll try again tomorrow. Let's make a skills and activity thread too. My message here, go fuck yourself. Skills and activity level. Guess I can do that. Post your skills and activity level here if you don't mind. We need to know how we can count on you and how often we can count on you. Okay. I should have put favorite too. let's see. I am... Make sure I spell this right. Astrophysicist, pilot, survivalist. I think that only has one now. And actually, let me check something here. I could level Frieda up again and get her IT expert. I think that's what that would be. Yeah, 2 IT action points per day. That would really help me in planet scanning. I'm gonna get it. I hate spending all that XP because I still want to get Quanti or Paola up to level 5. But it's not gonna happen this ship. Okay. Where is the skills third? Survivalist. And okay, well, I'm glad that went to my favorites game. And IT expert. Active throughout most of the day. On and off. Which is fairly true. I try to pop in as much as I can. I definitely don't take days off. I've got 4 IT points that I think I'll spend here. Let's see, can I use this? Can I use an IT point for this? No. I can use it to analyze, but apparently not to scan. Swamp, high temperatures, and mountains and swamp. Worthless. Mountains would not get us anything, maybe a little bit of fuel. Okay, let's just get out of here. I'm completely drained of AP now. I'm not going to sleep in the med lab, because I have no desire to be turned mush. We have 1 hunter, there's no link to soul. I'm not going to eat any food, as tempting as it is. We don't need a planet that bad just yet. Shelving unit. I'm not going to do a bunch of inventory checking either. Somebody else can do that. So we're going to lay down here and sleep beside Jinsu. Whenever we return, it's going to be like 2 or 3 cycles from now. There's going to be a whole lot more of the crew awake, hopefully. And we'll just get started on our trip to Sol, or hopefully Eden, if my planet scans start getting luckier. Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Mush. It's day 1, cycle 6 now, and the entire crew has awoken, along with the 2 Mush. It took me a little bit longer to get back to the game than I anticipated, because when I went to work last night, about a 1/4 inch of ice dropped on the roads, and I decided not to drive home on lunch. It was going to be a little bit unsafe. I didn't really need to anyways. It's not like I was going to get out of bed. I didn't have any pressing actions to do. For the most part, this is what Frieda is going to be doing. I'm going to be sleeping a lot, and then I'm going to be running to the bridge, scanning for planets, and then coming back to sleep. There's not a whole lot of things that I really need to spend my AP on, except finding a planet with O2, and fuel when needed, and food, star map pieces if we want to go after that, things like that. So I'll just be sleeping a lot, and then occasionally checking up on chat. I'm not really invested in mush hunting or things like that. Don't care about Astropad. What do we got going on for Neuron? We've already got quantum sensors. The planet scanner reveals an additional section every time it's used. That's nice. Sensors, wait a second. Okay, so sensors got knocked out real quick apparently. And then they're working on trail minimizer. That's awesome. Don't know how they got this project knocked out so quick. So trail minimizer is at 81%. I'm not even going to bother with it. Titles have been handed out. Cryo is broken. And let's see the research thread. Everybody for anti-spore gas. Do the gas ASAP. The sooner the better. There they go. So they almost have anti-spore gas knocked out. That will be finished by day 2. And that will severely hinder and cripple the mush. Who was reporting in? Good morning, crewmates. And they think they got on an MMM by chance. I don't really think this is an MMM ship. I was 2 hours too late. because I refused to wake up early. My alarm went off and I rolled over and looked at it. I think it was like 6 o'clock in the evening my time, and I don't wake up till 8:30. And I was like, no. I was kind of hoping that people would be still joining actively throughout the day as they got off work and woke up and things like that. But the ship did get filled up fairly quick, I think. I mean, people have been talking for quite some time. Who are reporting in? Good morning, Hua. Try to just chat with everyone. Chun says hello. Kind of wish everyone would have like a hello thread. Joelle, reset neuron again, so we've got chat going all over the place. Reluca says hello, new here, any tips? Quanti says, Reluca, you should be in the engine room working on Pilgridge. You need to be alone and get that reactor working. That is your only job for now. The sooner you get it up and going, the better. If you need a reset for your maximum efficiency, I'll help you out. Two tips. Don't end a cycle in a room with anyone else, or you will lose morale. And claim one of the rear turrets. Make it your cave and kill / alert the crew if anyone comes in there. They are most likely sporing you and turning you mush. That's my advice for you, Reluca. Hello, part of the tutorial. Welcome aboard your first ship, Gioelli. If you have any questions, just ask. Better to ask than to be mistaken for a mush and killed. Camera is installed in the lab. Soap and camera in Bravo dorm. So we've got a camera up in each room, hopefully. Blueprint locations they're keeping track of. We have a sniper's helmet. Probably just helps with aiming. A rocket launcher in the med lab. And some other stuff going on. So I'm still not going to get up to go scan any planets. I only have 6 AP. I would prefer to have full AP or close to it before I go, but I'm not going to be able to. I'll probably have to go, let's see, I've got 2 more cycles before I have to go to bed, more or less. Okay, anyone see Schrodinger, Reluca asks? If you find him and happen to come this way, then leave him as close to the engine room as possible. And Janice says for now he should be left in the lab, that way we can use him for research. We can make contact lenses, NCC lenses that help with aiming. Not a very big boost, but every little bit helps. And if Reluca has any morale issues, to message Janice. It's great that we have an active shrink. Quanti says, by the way, everyone try to establish comms ASAP. He just did his part, and that was 8 hours ago, so I'll try to establish a connection whenever I go to the bridge if it hasn't been set up yet. And Alicia says, no thanks, I won't be using AstroPad. Me either, for specific reasons. But I will update the inventory thread frequently if we have one. So far I haven't seen one. I'm not sure if I have actually favorited one. Right now she's hanging out on Central Corridor by herself. 2 tips, yeah. Okay, and what's going on in the favorite? Ooh, the skills and activity thread's kind of blown up. Ian is a botanist and biologist, probably active 2 times a day, so not very often. Janice, shrink, IT expert, and neurons only friend. She's always on, kinda, sorta. Paola is radio expert, logistics expert. So far we're doing good. Active 2 to 4 times a day, depending how often she remembers to check. Finola just has medic. Reluca is just a physicist. She doesn't know what that's useful for. She also has the antisocial trait, so try not to end cycles near me. Okay, at least she knows. She's active at least 1 time a day. Quanti only has designer skill. And Jinsu, our fearless leader, is a leader, pilot, cold-blooded, and shooter. Nothing groundbreaking. I'll just basically be a second pilot and give morale every now and again. I'm active a lot. The weekends I can check anytime, and during the week I check on my phone from school and work. So feel free to ask stuff of me anytime. Ooh. Wait. An active shrink and commander. How did I get so spoiled this ship? That's incredibly rare. Ian got dirty installing a camera. Quan T got dirty cooking food. There's your two Mush suspects right here. Primarily Quan T, who it could be questioned why he's even eating at all. Personally, I don't care if people eat, but I do see why there are problems with eating so soon. Makes it hard to track the Mush who are sporing early on. Let's see. I have 9 movement points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could get up there, do a little bit of planet scanning, and then come back. But I'm going to hold my place here in bed. I have 3 more cycles before I need to get up and spend some movement points, and they go to waste. So whenever we return, I'll most likely just be updating the chat. I'm going to be a chat hound this video. You're going to see this screen a lot with me going through chat, trying to find out what's going on. And if I absolutely have to, I'll spring into action. But I will be piloting, hopefully for expeditions and going on expeditions because I'm a survivalist. So I will see you guys in a few cycles unless something major happens. Welcome back, crew. It's now day 1, cycle 8, and I need to go spend a bunch of AP before I go to bed for the night. There's been a little bit of conversation. Let's find out. Trail minimizer's at 99%. It'll be done before day 2. We have 3 hunters after us. Paola has installed the defective piston sensor, which will alert us to any broken doors on the PDA, which is honestly one of the most useless projects that you can research or unlock with Neuron. Just a bad roll of the dice there. We have established a connection with Soul, and everyone has been given a morale boost. My morale and health are completely maxed out. Ian must have maybe he made the connection. He shakes his hips sexily in victory. That's kind of creepy. I'm not sure I want that image of Ian in my head. Anti-spore gas has been completed, and Finola has started the myco scan already. Primarily because Chun doesn't look like she's active. And if we don't have Chun, we can't research myco scan unless we unlock her. I think there's a clone of Chun that you can unlock with Xyloff. That way Chun doesn't have to be in the laboratory. And I guess chat's just looping around already. Someone said that my chat might be looping around because of no script. That's not true, because I have no script disabled. I have everything disabled on this page that could possibly interfere with it. I trust Twinoid. I don't think that they need to have a whole bunch of stuff blocked. Let's see. Paola said that she has no idea what any of those words mean, because Janice said, let's see, we have no technician. Let's hope Paola gets us a nice mage book through Xyloff. And Paola is new, so she doesn't know what mage book is. She doesn't know what Xyloff is, but she'll learn. She already knows, she already unlocked a Neuron project for us, so there's that. And so far the ship has been really quiet. I don't think that I got on an MMM ship. 2 hours, again, I think I mentioned this in an earlier recording, an earlier clip, but 2 hours late is far too late. There's Raluca. Really wish she wasn't hanging out back here. She could be getting spored. She could already be a mush. No, she couldn't. They can only extract, no? Yeah, she can't be a mush yet, but as soon as day 2 turns, she could become a mush. Because they can only generate 4 spores a day, or they could, before this was researched. But they can only spore once, or they can only spike somebody with those spores once a day, and there's only 2 mush. If you're curious how that all breaks down. Come on, give me a good planet. Ooh. 8 sectors. Predators, oceanic, and forest. I'm going to check out another planet first. I don't like predators. I think that's a bad hit already. Might not be worth investing any more AP. Ruminants, strong winds. Can finish analyzing this one. It's got low temps, oceanic, and caverns. A worthless planet. I guess we'll analyze this one. Maybe finish it out. If it has O2, that is. Low temps, mountains, and forests. Damn. Let's trash this one. This is kind of disappointing, to be honest. Where is the thread I was talking about my worthless planet scans? And it should be at the very bottom. I think it was one of the first ones. Everything is looping around. I've seen this astropad link like 4 times now. Early risers, no. I'm not going to look very long for this. There's astropad again. Okay. I don't know where it is. Let's see. Didn't find a good planet again. Had to trash like what I've trashed 4. Had to trash 4 so far. Best one out of actually best one left is Arun. Is that how it's spelled? Doesn't matter. South for fuel. It has low temps, cattle, which I'm just gonna say high winds time 2, caverns, and ocean. Could get some food from there, but that's really it, I think. Scan for planets. Yep, and I'll scan for planets after sleeping for a bunch of cycles, because I'm not going to really be checking back 2 cycles from now whenever I wake up. I'm not going to have the AP to run back up here and scan planets. I will have 2 more IT points, thankfully, because of day change. I'm trying to think of when I will be able to scan next. It'll most likely be day 2, cycle 5 or something. Day 2, cycle 4. I just don't know exactly when that would be. I'll probably be at work then. Hopefully my bed is still open. Yep. Time to lie down and go back to sleep. And I need all of the AP that I can get. It's important for me to find a planet. I say this about all my characters. No matter what character I play, it's important for me to have a bed. Because everything I do is important to the ship. But we need to find a planet with O2. You guys have seen in my previous ships how desperate a situation can get when your O2 runs low. I don't want that to happen on this ship. I want us to die from another reason, other than suffocating. Welcome back, crew. It's day 2, cycle 3, and I am not going to be getting out of bed to go and scan a planet just yet. Hopefully I'll be able to come back on lunch tonight, and then I'll scan with a lot more AP. Well, with 2 more AP. Anyways, let's see what's been going on in chat. Jinsu says, if there's anyone on the ship who needs a bed, it's me. I'm not sure why he would need one. Who says, sure, Commander. Luca wants to know if it's possible to put beds in rooms other than dorms. But yeah, we would need a thick tube, and since we don't have a technician, we're not going to have a bed. Sofa on bridge for payola plus your logistics skill equals 2 people getting a bed. Because, you know, I've already explained that before. Also, Jen, could we go a little easier on Hua? She made an honest mistake, everyone does. We got lucky with an onboard mage book drop, so the situation is taken care of. I'm not sure what they were fighting over. I'm sure we'll find out. Jinsu says, sorry if it came off as rude, but that wasn't my intention at all. I really just do think Hua right now is the equivalent of a Chow Gioli Steven, and that the extra AP isn't that needed on her compared to others. Only trying to be efficient. We've got a pilot book. Don't have any issues giving it to her, and it synergizes with her expedition. Blah, blah, blah. 2 open beds in Bravo, or there was. Terrence, I'm not even sure he's been that active. When's the last time he actually moved? He's probably just going to stay in here until he dies, good lord. 19 hours ago. It's not a full day. Maybe he's just letting things take shape. Janice says, rear alpha storage logs. Terrence has picked up the knife, so he picked up the knife 17 or 19 hours ago. The engine thread. Pilgrid's at 12%. Instead of putting your AP into Pilgrid all at once, Reluca, I'd suggest relaying with someone else for max efficiency. That is the best way. We don't want Pilgrid up and running before we've solved their mush issues. You guys have seen what happens if that takes place. The mush can just hijack the ship and ride it all the way back to Sol. We have an extra drone, which would be really useful if Terrence was active so we could upgrade it, and a trail minimizer has been finished. We have 2 hunters attacking us, and this is where they were fighting. Hua, you have the pilot skill, you can fly out here and take out the hunters with the ships. I'd really suggest never using turrets, as they're really AP inefficient compared to a ship. Turrets should only ever be used by people without a current job that needs AP, or in an emergency, basically. Let's say there's an Eric out there that a pilot can't finish off, and he leaves it with just 1 or 2 hit points left. Someone should be able to go to a turret and finish it off. 2 times pilots, yeah, it's a pretty bad idea. Survivalist is a convenient skill to have, yeah. You should have taken pilot, Hua. Survivalist, live and learn, but survivalist is not a good skill. What does it do? Reduces damage, provision gives 1 additional stake, and you're the last to die if a team fatality occurs. So, giving up piloting skill for that, very bad move. There's a pilot book. It's been dropped in the lab. I guess Paola's going to take that. Myco scan is at 22%. Sweetie's sofa is up there. What are they researching now? Blaster gun. Yeah. Yeah, what is the next 3 research projects? It's not very good when your research team, your project team, is rushing ahead and doing all the projects as they see fit. Reluca has 10 morale, and that's really all that's going on. Hua, let's see, Reluca got dirty working on Pilgrid. Hua got dirty repairing a door. So far, nobody has reported being dirty twice. Since we already have a pilot, take survivalist, and in general, 2 to 3 neuron updates are better than Xylop projects at the start because they have no negative results possible. And I wrote a pretty big block of help text there for Paola because she didn't know what any of those words mean, so I basically explained them to her. And whenever we return, we're going to be running to the bridge on my lunch break to scan some planets before running back and jumping into bed. I will see you guys in about 4 to 5 hours, probably. Welcome back, crew. It's day 2, cycle 4, and it's Frieda's lunch break. Let's see what's going on in the threads here. Quan Chi ate food and got dirty. Damn, he's messy. That's the 2nd time he's been dirty, which is kind of disheartening. He got dirty on day 1, got dirty on day 2. If he gets dirty on day 3, I'm gonna kill him. So, let's see what's going on. Blaster gun for patrol, 45 cent, blah 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 blah. I guess they've already found out what they're gonna do. Blaster gun is way more beneficial than radar. We don't have technicians to repair the hull, and we have few pilots to take care of the hunters. Dealing more damage to hunters helps more along the lines than a better chance. Yeah. Janice is right. Please don't choose piss poor upgrades and waste your AP. You'll just doom us earlier. Unless that's what you want. A not so subtle warning. Let's see. Quanti, I guess if he has a cold, he can't be Mush. He has a cold and needs a pill. Finola, someone tell him what he needs, and he's cured, apparently. Maybe. Passing their bed bay soon, blah 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 blah. Do we have anyone willing to dedicate themselves to killing hunters and scrap collecting? We have a mage book in the lab to get the pilot skill, and we need a 2nd fighter out on patrol. We need a volunteer ASAP. Preferably one of the characters whose job is expedition related, not a researcher type. Okay. Ideally, I would like to wait until the next cycle when I would have full AP to go out here and scan, but I'm going to be back at work by then. So with any luck, we'll find a good planet this time. I've got my fingers crossed. All we need is O2. If I can get an O2 planet that isn't a stinking death trap filled with mana crog and volcanoes and predators and other things, I'll be happy. But it's probably not going to work out that way. And I need to make sure I save enough AP to make it back to the dorm, because my movement points are running low. So, scan this one. I'm going to continue hanging on to this one for now. And I fucking failed at an 80%. If I fail this one, I'm going to be really pissed. I have failed 99% chances before. Volcanoes, seismic. This planet is worthless. Hope I don't fail this one. Please have some O2. Deserts, intelligent life. The last one is probably not O2, but I gotta find out anyways. Mountains. Where is my last planet post? It probably won't show up because my messages don't like showing up for me. I'll get 15 repeating messages from everyone else. Neuron thread, research, Schrodinger. How many fucking times can I see those threads? Neuron, research, Schrodinger. Neuron, research, fucking Schrodinger again. I can't ever find my goddamn threads. So, another day and no planets with O2. Trash 2 more today. It had volcanoes and seismic, but nothing else. Current best planet is Pagodi, which has two times deserts, one mountain, and intelligent life. It is East 7. I'll scan again for planets on day 3, probably, I don't know what cycle, just day 3. I might need some help finding a good O2 planet if the game wants to keep tossing me trash. I don't want to wait until we're down to 8 O2 before everyone runs up here and starts scanning for planets. That is not a good method of staying alive. Okay, we'll limp back to the dorm, crawl into our bed that is basically just for me because nobody else is ever going to have time to jump into that bed unless they hop on at exactly the right time, which is only 2 times a day that I get up and leave. So, whenever we return, we'll just be checking up on chat and seeing what's going on, because I won't have enough AP to actually scan for planets. This job is frustrating. Astrophysicist. Welcome back, crew. It's day 2, cycle 7, and there's been a lot of chat going on. I'm still not going to crawl my old cranky ass out of bed and go scan planets, but I do want to see what's going on around the ship. So let's see, we're talking about finding someone willing to kill hunters and collect scrap. Let's see, Alicia says, I suppose I could, but then who will track down the sneaky Mush then? Jinsu suggests that Hua would do it, and Hua is going to go ahead and read a book. So there we go. What book is that? Oh, it's a pilot book. A skill that Hua should already have. She chose Survivalist instead. Janice says, reading a mage book will give you that skill to go along with your others, so if a gold player reads a book, will have 4 skills, they'll have a 5th skill, and you can only read 1 book per person. That's good to know. I didn't know that you could only read 1 book per person. Myco Scan and Myco Alarms are being updated apparently, which is kind of good. There's an encrypted cosmic signal for Paola. However, I don't think she needs to decode any signals until day 3. She's new, so she probably doesn't know that. I'm not going to tell her, though. She can do whatever she wants. It's her game. And it's not really going to hurt us that bad. And I said, yeah, Janice is right. Please don't choose piss-poor upgrades. That's what I said. You'll just waste your AP. And iron, I don't know what that is. Or something. Intrigue. Personally, I don't know much about Neuron projects, but I'm assuming this is going to be a kill the Mush, get the cure, head to Soul expedition as our top aim. There's just too many AFKs. We have at least 5, apparently. And Kwanti says he finished that crappy upgrade already, and our next choice is Dismantler, Anti-Grav Thrusters, and Launch Propulsion System. I don't really know what Anti-Grav Thrusters does, but I think Launch Propulsion System makes it so that it costs 1 less AP to take off and land, perhaps. And yeah, this is what he finished. Spatial Wave Radar. Using the stellar antenna will double your progress from now on. Pretty worthless. The connection to Soul is not that important compared to what we could have had, which is Blaster Gun. So that's another mark against him. I think there's wasn't I tracking him earlier? He's been dirty twice. Once on day 1 and once on day 2. If he gets dirty on day 3 along with this little mishap, I am going to suggest we kill him. I don't know who to trust right now, though. He was trying to push the gas, but as a Mush, why wouldn't you? You know that people are going to be pushing that gas, no matter what. No matter what you say as a Mush or as a player, people are going to be pushing that. So you might as well go along with it. What else is going on? I asked for help with planet scanning, and Alicia says, keep at it, Frieda. I'm sure you'll find a good one soon. Thanks for the encouragement, but I'm starting to have my doubts. Ian goes, I'll start saving my AP for scanning. First attempt says ruminants and high temps so far, but we're getting down to the wire oxygen-wise. I agree, we're down to 18. If we find any O2, we're going to have to expedition forward or start losing people. Paola scanned a planet and got trash. And she suggests setting Neuron to the Astro mode. That would give everyone 3 zones analyzed per attempt. So maybe she's new, but she's apparently read the wiki or something. Because if she was new, she wouldn't have any clue about Neuron. Or at least the Neuron bio settings. Hell, I don't think I knew about Neuron bio settings until my second ship. Maybe I knew it on the first one. I don't know. What else is going on? Elisa says, please do not enter the med lab while someone is sleeping there. The person in there would want to be left alone in fear of getting spored. Currently, Hua, Finola, and Ian have been in there. And apparently Steven is sleeping in there. Ian says the only person who's supposed to be using that bed is Chun due to the lack of camera in that room. Okay. Which I agree on. That's Chun's room until you get Myco scanners, or not Myco scanner, but a camera in there or a Myco alarm. Alicia wants someone to dismantle the Alpha Dorm shower so we can get a sofa built, but I don't think we have any technicians. Yeah, do we have any technicians on this ship? I'm pretty sure that we don't. I'm gonna ask anyways. I don't know where the chat just threw me to. Throws you to the winds whenever you send a message. Here we go. Equipment out of order, equipment out of order. And apparently Terrence also, he hid the knife, rediscovered it, and picked it up again. Pretty sure he's gone inactive. He's been standing in Bravo dorm for the last day. Well, not standing. That's a poor choice of words for him. Sorry, Terrence. Hostile vessels, of course. And good. Hua has already shot down a hunter. Getting her wings there. And you still choose radar over the blaster gun. What the fuck? Sai, we need to build a launch propulsion system. I'm gonna invite Janice into a private chat here. So I want to talk to her about Kwanti. Let's see. Do you have anyone you trust? If so, invite them. we need to start mush hunting. If I can type. Mush hutting. We're gonna build them houses. If you invite them, we need to start mush hunting. What he is my primary suspect. Dirty twice so far, and pushed worthless research despite objections. If he gets dirty on day 3, he dies. He had better avoid getting dirty for at least until day 4. Let's see. Because he could have spored somebody on day 1, spored them on day 2, or spiked them, I mean. And then he would have extracted after that, gotten 2 more spores. He'd be waiting until day 3 to spike again. Day 4, so he might not get dirty until day 5 if he's smart. I don't know. There's 2 mush out there. Whether or not they're active is yet to be discovered, but again, I just have a really bad feeling about Quan T here. Anyways, whenever we return, I will be getting up to go scan some planets. Let's cross our fingers and hope that there's oxygen and not Manacrog and volcanoes. But if there is, we might have to end up risking it anyways. Welcome back, crew. It's day 2, cycle 8, and the ship has been abnormally quiet. Let's see. Finola says, would be nice to get to use a bed too sometimes. The dorms are always full, and the research isn't moving as smoothly as the Neuron projects. Remember, the mush are out there. Because she was wanting to use the med lab bed. I told her, like, 2 minutes after she posted that there was an open bed in Bravo dorm. But apparently she has not come down here. Myco scan 61%, Myco alarm 37%, and who is not sure if my comment about Terrence was hilarious or mean. And we do not have any technicians. Lovely. Janice goes, well, Chun is always my go-to gal and the only one I trust, although I'm not sure she's active after opening up this private chat. And I said that was my concern as well, not a single message so far from her. I still suspect Quan T heavily, and again, if he gets dirty on day 3, I will be positive that he's mush. Whether or not I can get anyone else to agree with me is another thing entirely. We need to go scan some planets, though. And my faith in this ship is pretty quickly dwindling. The fact that there was no messages at all today about people going about their daily activities. We still have 2 hunters attacking us. I'm really not sure what the rest of the crew could be doing anyways, to be honest. Maybe everybody has the same rest cycles. So, we will trash this planet. Intelligent life, I doubt we'll go there. Plus that takes 7 fuel. Both of these planets are going to get trashed eventually, so it doesn't really matter. And what do we got here? Survey says intelligent life, high temps, and oceans. Not good enough. 3 intelligent life and another swamp. This would be a great planet if it had O2. Let's see. Getting ready to go to bed. I'm not going to scan this planet. I'm not going to scan an additional planet. Because hopefully somebody else will come and scan a planet while I'm sleeping. Where's my planet thread? Or the last time I was bitching about not getting any good planets. It's probably going to... Yep, I think it's cycling the exact same messages over and over and over. I don't know why it is so bad on this ship. I mean, I've had bad ships before where they just cannot get the threads to cycle through correctly, but this one's cycling just small segments of my threads over and over and over. I'm not even going to report that planet. No one wants to go to it, I'm pretty sure. Even if we did go to it, we wouldn't be able to find one with O2 and jump there in time. with the luck we've been having. So another day, another unsuccessful planet scan session. I guess I can do 2 planet scan sessions every day, more or less. I'm gonna burn some AP to get some MP here, and let's see, it'll probably be 2 cycles before I wake up. We will not be scanning for quite some time. Probably day 3, cycle 4 or 5. So, until then, folks, this ship is going to continue to quietly and chillfully just drift through the stars as half the crew slumbers, I guess. Well, hello, crew, and welcome back to what is going to be a rushed update. It's day 3, cycle 5. I've had a little bit of a chat with Janice, kind of. Basically, she doesn't think Quanti is a human because he had a cold. Well. And yeah, I guess honestly on this ship so far, I don't feel any attachment to it. The crew is kind of inactive. Let's see, Ian got dirty watering plants. Okay, Alicia reminds him to use the apron. And what else is going on? Research is progressing. And Janice found a planet, Banadon, South 4 fuel, oxygen, high temp, swamp, crystallite, predators, and ruminants. We should go there. We should go there ASAP. And yep, I choose her planet to go. It's got oxygen, high temps isn't bad, swamps isn't bad, predators is kind of bad. Jinsu says he's a technical wizard. Yeah, and Ian dropped by the med lab to grab Quanti some Bacta for his cold, but hey, Quanti is better somehow, amazingly, if the cold was even real. We have 7 hunters after us, there's 1 fire, it's in the central corridor. The fuel tank is broken, connection with Sol interrupted, but it's back. Okay. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of important stuff going on. Roland died from starvation, but that's no big deal because he was inactive. Anyways, starving on day 3 means you didn't even complete the tutorial. And yeah, it's disappointing to say the least. Jinsu says that we got this radar upgrade instead of the blaster. Let's see. Pilgrid's at 13%. Ruluka doesn't have the tech skill, of course. Finola watered the plants. Okay. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the lab and help with the research. Actually, I'm going to do something that I have not done before. As far as I can remember. I haven't really done this. We're going to take one of these patrol ships out. We have Wolf, Easy Street, and Epoane. We'll take Easy Street. Takes 2 AP to take off, unfortunately. And wow, there's a lot of hunters out here. Fire on Hunter, 80% chance. I don't know what these do. I've read about the stances that you can switch to, but from what I've been told, they don't actually do anything. No one has seen any significant difference. Awesome. Shot that one down. That's really good. Didn't know that I could do one-hit kills. Okay. So I'll try to weed out some of these. Like that one was a one-hit kill. I'll save 2 AP for those. Actually, oh man, I need to save 2 AP to land. So we'll fire on this one, and we'll finish this one off. And as you can tell, this is why pilots earn so much glory. You get 1 glory per ship that you shoot down. Okay. So it can add up really quick. Go to research. Where is... who is a message about shooting down hunters? It might be pointless. Yeah, because now it's showing me messages from 2 days ago. I'm missing a huge chunk of messages somewhere. News. Shut down 3 hunters, 4 left. Now I'm going to sleep for a while. What I'm actually going to do is go back to work. So whenever we return, hopefully we will be on our way to Janus's planet of Banadon. If we're not, then I'm going to be severely disappointed. Well, hello crew, and welcome back to Mush. It's day 3, cycle 7, and I'm still going to keep laying down in bed. We have a broken door and 1 piece of broken equipment. Let's see what's been going on, shall we? We'll start with the favorites. Hua is dirty from repairing the cat door, and Finola is still clean with 0 spores. So, that means the myco scanner has been completed. I don't really need to go scan myself for spores. I've been in Bravo Dorm for 99% of my time. It's unlikely that I've picked up a spore since then unless there's a trapper around. Let's see. Finola reestablished the connection. And nothing else is going on here. They're talking about AP bonuses and where they're sleeping. Ian says something about the radar. It gives us a double chance to connect to Sol, which is worthless because even at some point, as soon as Paola finishes researching everything she can up there, the connection to Sol becomes useless. And since you lose the connection to Sol so infrequently, it's a useless research. I could probably find more reasons why spatial wave radar is worthless, but I'm not going to. Paola also got the Mush genome database, that's good. And Raluca has been idling in the lab for 3 cycles now. She might actually survive for a while. I mean, well, my morale's down to 14, and I've been lucky so far. Janus was sleeping in this room with me for a while, so I probably got 4 AP. Raluca might only have like 7 AP right now. I can't remember if I picked up Schrodinger or not. I haven't eaten any bad rations. Any uncooked rations because I haven't ate anything. So let's see, Ian brute forced myco scan himself, and he's saving the rest of the AP for plant tending. There's some information about young plants. I still don't know anything about botany because I have never played Iron and I don't mess with plants. But apparently young plants don't need watering at the thirsty stage, only when they're dried out. And they can't produce anything while young, and they don't die until the end of the day that they're dried on. So if they're dry on cycle 8, you need to water them, I guess. Same if they've got a disease, I think it is. You need to treat them at cycle 8, just before the new day rolls over. Who shot down the last of the hunters. We also had a fire that Elisha put out. It was in the central corridor and in the lab. Oh wait, that's where the extinguisher is. I thought she meant the fire was in the lab, and that was going to be quite bad because if you remember on my Chun ship, a lot of things can catch fire in one cycle. Daedalus redirection disturbed. Cause collision with spacecraft. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can anyone verify this? I've never had this happen before. Yeah, I guess I'll start saving AP for planet scanning again. That I'm not too happy about. I thought that we were going to be on an expedition possibly within the next day. Kind of by now, but no. Equipment out of order, and let's see, Elisha loaded the fuel 5 hours ago. Some equipment out of order, blah. The ship has changed heading. It is now headed for south, and Daedalus is in motion. So wait, we were already on the way to a planet. And then we got there. New destination of the Daedalus reached 3 hours ago. Four hours ago? 4 hours ago is whenever we got hit by that spacecraft. So this thing hit us, I guess, pushed our ship into a new direction. And then when we jumped to the planet that Janice had scanned, there was nothing there. Wow, we got fucked. That is harsh. If that's what happened. Okay, so we jumped earlier and we're in orbit around a planet. Then we got hit by some drunk driver and then we got hit by a drunk driver and knocked back into deep space. Am I getting this story right? I should have stayed in cryo sleep. Day 3, cycle 7. Still don't have any idea who the Mush are. Who was showered? I lost 1 morale when Roland died. Okay, so I guess I'll see you guys maybe next cycle. Otherwise, day 4, cycle 3 probably. Well, hello crew and welcome back. It's taken a lot longer to get back than I thought it would. It's day 4, cycle 4. I had some real life issues crop up, and I am starving. That's great. We've also got someone dead. One of them were Mush. Actually, 2 more people have been killed. 1 was Mush. Oh, let's see what's going on. Most of this is probably not important. Retro fungal serum is at 5%. Myco alarms are complete too. We've got 10 hunters, 6 oxygen, and Hua is female. Quanti says, I hit him hard, can't finish him. Jinsu has some type of illness. It costs him 1 AP extra to do anything and 2 MP to leave a room. And he's starving. So we're both starving. I'm down to 7 hit points. I lost a lot of hit points somehow. I lost 7 hit points 6 hours ago. Lost some other stuff. Steven is laying down. Lost 1 morale. Steven fixed the door. Yeah, and I need to get some food. I don't know how much AP I lost by not being able to get here. I think like 4 points or something. So Hua was assassinated. I can't approve of violence, Ian says, but I can see why you might see self-defense as justified form of Ian Zen. And damn, holy shit was Hua desperate to kill me, the captain says. She followed me all the way from the dorms to the medbay. Also, Hua coming into medbay and Steven reacting the way he did confirms my suspicion that Steven is the second Mush. He's not spoken all game, but has been completely active. I'd just kill him or at least food test him, though I doubt he'll go through with it. And Paola says right now we need to spend our AP on getting more oxygen. So, more talk about oxygen. Hua went berserk and transformed in Bravo dorms 5 hours ago. Send help, please, Jinsu says. She broke his ribs. Okay. Apparently then Hua ran to medbay. That's lovely. Janice says then they should probably start to starve pretty soon if they're human. Talking about the inactives, anyone who doesn't starve. I don't know if Alicia has printed the list off yet, but I don't think so. Equipment out of order. There's a lot of... still have 20 messages going on. Most of these I'm probably going to have to skip. They're talking about saving Chun by healing her, keeping her morale up. That way, at least until we no longer need her. Blah, blah, blah. Research is going okay. Quanti has 1 spore. I think we already established that. And this is what happened whenever we had a collision with a spacecraft. Apparently we got hit by a spacecraft as we jumped towards the planet, which apparently made us lose it. Yeah, I've never seen that event before, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, damn good thing I checked myself. Trying to see if they could figure out where anyone was going on, and Ian says he's utterly against food testing just because it's impossible to avoid as a Mush. I generally tend to agree. I've never done food testing or made people do food testing, but sometimes I'll go along with it. Alicia used all her AP planet scanning and didn't have any. I'm just going to mark everything in this channel as red. Let's see, Jinsu. Ian was unspored when the project went live. He's going to scan himself. Paola got dirty beating the crap out of that filthy Mush. Jinsu's got broken ribs that he couldn't fix. So, what I'm going to do is first we're going to go scan some planets. And then, with the leftover AP, I will go cook myself a meal. And then run back to the dorm and grab a bed, I guess. Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure that this ship is doomed. I don't want to completely give up hope on it just yet. That door has been broken forever. Nobody really needs to bother fixing that, though. It's not like anyone ever goes into this turret anyways. So, we'll scan this one. Baronode. High temps, mountains, 2 times high temps. I'm going to scan another planet. I doubt that there's O2 in there. Wow, this is a good one. Kramimimiha Delta. 3 deserts. Volcanoes. Still no O2 anywhere. I'm going to analyze this one once more. Worthless. So, I've not found a single planet with O2 this entire game. I might just let myself starve to death. Orchards, forest. Scan 3 planets, no O2. Yeah, I don't know how many planets I've trashed so far, but it's been about 10. I'm pretty sure. If your astro-fucking-physicist cannot get a goddamn O2 planet, you're pretty much screwed. When the rest of the crew has to come up here and start scanning and wasting their AP, everybody falls behind. Because you can see how AP intensive it is. And remember, I get an extra 2 properties per analyze. So everyone else generally only gets 1 property every time they analyze a planet. Coffee's not there. A cooked ration. Might be spored, so I'm not gonna bother. Not gonna even bother eating it. I don't want to be mush. There we go. No longer starving. I didn't get dirty, amazingly enough. Well, whenever I come back from work in a few hours, most likely I'm going to be running up there and trying to scan some planets again, because we're not going to make it past day 5. This ship's been awful. Frieda, you've been awful. I'll see you guys later. Well, hello crew, and welcome back. It's day 4, cycle 6, and we are in orbit around a planet. So it looks like we found one. Elisha found Komonidi, South 4, oxygen, insects, low temperatures, desert, swamp, and 3 unscanned zones. So the good news is, everyone but Frieda can find O2 planets. You've seen it in my previous videos. I know I've mentioned this, I think, before in this video, but I've never had such difficulty finding an O2 planet. So they've loaded the fuel. Blah blah blah. A lot of stuff is broken. We have no technician to fix it. We have 1 broken door and some broken equipment in rear Bravo storage. That's a fuel tank right there. Not that important. Actually gonna end my move in the Icarus. That was 21 minutes ago. And I can fly us down to the planet for the expedition whenever we're ready. There's me bitching about just laying down to die. Elisha says she'll spend AP scanning in a cycle, which she did. Let's see. Steven has actually not been active for a good while until just that moment. Hua did pass through MedLab where he was sleeping a few times, so it's possible he's infected. Possible we need to put a bullet in his head or a knife in his belly. And let's see, since we're about to run out of oxygen, Elisha has printed the list. Here's who is on it. At the very least, one of them were an agent of Mush when we fled Xyloth. Quan Ti, Jinsu, Chow, Terrence, and Janice. But which one? From that list, I'd guess either Chow or Terrence. You know what must be done. Elisha says, I'm going to private message her, actually. Let's see, Janice is on that list. Leave this private chat. But I want Elisha to investigate Quan T. He's active, he's been dirty frequently. Look. If we're mush hunting from your list, I suggest checking Quan T. Did anyone actually see him with the cold? Or was that just posturing? What about his spores? He has been dirty multiple times. Pushed worthless research. And his name is on the list. He's also active, unlike the other two. Which makes him dangerous. So I'm pretty sure the people that she mentioned were not active. Let's see, she said Terrence or Chow. Here, I'm gonna send her that message. She was online recently. Okay. Elisha's dirty from eating a planet scan mill. Ian is dirty from loading fuel. And she brought Jin Su a Happy Meal because he needed the AP. He's got broken ribs from Hua hulking out and smashing him against the floor somewhere. Might have happened in here. There's one message somewhere. But I don't care. What I am going to do is first I need to spend some AP. Actually, I don't really need to spend some AP. We'll go out here and then go to the Icarus Bay. In the next cycle I'll have full AP. And hopefully we'll get the expedition underway then. Rope. What was on her planet scan? Desert swamp, unscanned zones. Removes possibility of personal damage which could happen in seismic, grotto, and mountain. I'm gonna pick that up. Just because. Also, I'm taking some rope. For my own safety. Because I don't know what's in those other zones. And I'm not prepared to die yet. We have 4 oxygen, 61 armor. We're actually not doing too bad if we could just get some oxygen. Our fuel situation is kind of iffy. But whenever we return, hopefully we will be on an expedition or recently returned from one. And hopefully our O2 pump doesn't jam. So many things that could go wrong. Those 3 unscanned zones could be seismic, volcano, Manacrog. I just assume the worst. Welcome back, crew. It's day 4, cycle 7, and we've reached the orbit of our last hope here. I think what I'm going to do is, let's refresh the page. Finola just showed up. Elisha's in here. Now we wait for Frieda. I sure hope we don't run into any volcanoes. Me too. Let's take off. Exploration demands preparation. If the planet doesn't have a breathable atmosphere or is inhabited by hostile organisms, you should be adequately prepared. Are you sure you wish to continue? Absolutely. I couldn't find us a planet with O2, but I can definitely fly us there, and oh my goodness. I did not realize I only had 7 health. Let's see, Elisha says true, but he spent literally all his AP punching Hua and the med lab, so that puts him lower on the suspicion list, I think. I'm more convinced that it's one of the inactives and slightly possibly Janice. Janice completely shot down Quan T too, so she at least didn't push to get him killed 2 days. I won't say 2 days ago. Pushed to get him killed. I'll just let her know that I told Janice at one point. Okay then. I'll just say that. So maybe Kwanti is innocent. I'm just being overzealous. Want him to die for some reason. For pushing this through. I could have had a ship with extra blaster damage is all I'm saying. Could be able to one-shot hunters basically every time. That would be nice. So new destination reached, hostile vessels. We have 3 hunters. There's a rebel base signal. What else is going on? There's 5 messages hiding somewhere. Probably here on the expedition one. Alicia says it'd probably be best if someone took the hacker kit along just in case it's in the lab. Also bring a Myco alarm to the Icarus Bay. So Alicia brought the hacker kit and then said we needed one more. Finola said she was going to run down here, and Finola only grabbed the blaster, not a Myco alarm. Completely forgot about my health from who were beating me, I think. Hopefully this is a fairly safe planet. What is here again? Low temperatures. We might take 2 to like 3 damage there. Some there, some there. Insects I don't think will hurt us, but the 3 unscanned zones are what I'm really worried about. So we landed. Let's see what our next step is, shall we? Hopefully it's not one of us being ripped in half. Take me there, Mush. I just have to click there. It didn't want to go anywhere. So low temperatures. Apart from the biting cold, which is freezing our fingers and toes, there's not much of interest in this zone. Thankfully none of us took damage, and then the next zone will be explored 10 minutes. Oh, so what do we have? Oh, that's right. I was hoping that these would be uncovered somehow. Anyways, whenever we return, this expedition will be a little bit further into it. I most likely won't wait until we're done here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 zones. We'll only be able to explore 7 of them, I think. With any luck, we'll find the O2 this time and not have to go back. Welcome back, crew. Still day 4, cycle 7, but our expedition has apparently succeeded. I have 12 health. Let's see what happened. We've got a bunch of oxygen, it looked like, too. I quickly glanced. Let's see, all team members sustained 2 points of damage in the swamp. After 2 hours of marching in slime, we can't take it anymore. Don't even let us get started on the parasites. And the heat and the humidity and the screaming and everything else. A savage Skinner attacked Alicia. We scared it off. But Alicia was seriously wounded for 3 to 5 points of damage. Swamp's illness. 1 member of the team has fallen ill. Some desert fatigue. We get 3 alien stakes, 24 units of O2, and we fought off against a creature. Creature had 12 strength, we had 8, and it took 4 damage. Okay. The important thing is that we got some O2. Alicia says we also have to keep an eye on Steven, as both Hua and Kwanti passed through Med Lab while he was sleeping there. Let's see. Paola says, man, I wish I had a Swedish sofa on the bridge. I am so useless without it. And I just wasted the last of my MP getting to the bridge to try and decode a thing. Forgetting I'm still all dirty from killing Hua. Oops. Live and learn. And somehow Ian caught syphilis from alien leeches. She swore she'd been tested. He's sleeping in medbay. He's going to be losing AP pretty nastily due to this. And we don't have a cure for it. That really sucks. Use peace, love, and harmony, huh? I think I need some commas in there. Peace, love, and harmony, huh? Oh, fucking around with alien leeches. Getting a mutant version of syphilis. I did not see that one coming. This has been an interesting ship, even though I've been confined most of the time to the dorms. And I have rubella. Wow. Let's see, Ian says Yeah, I totally forgot I'm covered in the blood of my half-mushroom ex-crew member, whom I mercilessly put down when she went full monster. Happens all the time. And let's see. Apparently I have Rubella now. -1 max morale, -1 max HP, and 30% chance every cycle to lose 1 AP. I think I'm finally feeling my age. All that cryo sleep that Frieda's been put through has caught up to her. And let's see, guess who's not gonna get to do the thing? Paola says to Ian, with his syphilis now. Can't really blame her. So let's see, Alicia says, it's slightly high fatigue planet, so you should be on your toes. One of the unexplored zones turned out to be a swamp. Another was predators, and they got her. This is not a friendly planet we found, Ian says. But if we get O2, healing can be done in medbay as required. Fuel is going to be our next priority, though, and in the meantime, we just have to pray Paola can get us a mage book. Apparently, I'm also down to 4 hit points, which I did not notice. The after exploration health said 12, but I'm starting to realize that it says that after every exploration. Ian says we're actually guaranteed to explore every single zone in this one go. Hooray if we survive, and yay. Attempt. So there's our chances of the amount of O2 we'll get. I've had a ship where we got no O2 twice in a row because the pump jammed both times. Alicia says, attempt this and some might not make it, blah blah blah, lots of oxygen. And we survived. Because we are awesome. Before I leave here, let's refresh chat one more time just to see what's going on. Too much love is right, Ian. And that's alright, he says. Already got syphilis from a lovely leech lady planet side. He's taken care of now. So, I can drop this. The alien stakes. I'm just gonna leave there. I should probably take them to the refectory, drop them off. Actually, yeah, I think I will. I'll take them to the hallway outside the refectory. Ian is scratching their hideous rash. It's really grim. It's disgusting. But I'll drop these off in the hallway, and somebody with the cooking skill or with extra AP can take them in there and cook them. But if we use AP, then it means they give us 1 less. There's Jin Su. How did he get dirty? Oh, dirty from doing surgery on himself. That's right. He's definitely not Mush. He's just going to be limping all over the ship, inevitably getting spored by the other active Mush, if there is one. Let's see, we'll drop this. I don't think we really have an inventory thread. Skills and activity. I only have 2 favorite threads, so no. Here's the expedition. Got 2 alien steaks and the CC. Someone should rationize them ASAP. I think that's what happens. I think you can turn them into rations. Otherwise they'll spoil quicker. I could be completely wrong. Maybe alien steaks are edible as is. And yes, it's time to scan myself. I'll be really surprised if I have any spores. Pre-fungal levels, 0. I really should have favorited that thread too. This might have to be a message that I find off-screen and post. Research thread, did they respond to this with how many spores they had? No. Because things are going to start looping. And I could search for this for hours and something just fell over. Sounded great. Anyways, oh wait, there we go. I was about ready to give up. Okay, I can't remember if I've taken care of Schrodinger yet. If I've petted Schrodinger. Starting to stumble over my words here, because this is what I'm looking for. I think I can use this to heal myself without having to go to the med bay, to the med lab. No. Apparently not. Can I use it to heal somebody else? I can. Why can't I heal self? There we can. It takes 3 AP though. Wow. I really don't want to, but I don't want to wait for someone else to heal me. I heal for 3 points of damage. That's good. I'll set around 7 for now. It's very unlikely that I'm going to take any more damage. Let's see. A little bit of chat going on. We still need to fix the freezer. It's probably best if you just cook and eat what you can. And I think I will go. No, maybe I won't eat. I mean, I just ate. What I could do is go to Alpha Dorm and actually sleep for the next few cycles. Save up some AP, hopefully we'll leave orbit, and then I can scan some planets. We don't have any hunters after us, so there's no rush to fly out there and shoot things. Yeah, I'm not going to cook those. I don't need to eat. I don't want to risk getting dirty and then having to shower. It's not like my AP is actually required frequently. I just need my AP in bursts to scan planets. And there is an open bed. Okay, so whenever we return, it'll be day 5 for sure, unless something significant happens in cycle 7, or cycle 8, and hopefully we'll just be scanning for planets or killing the last Mush. Rise and shine, crew. It's day 5, cycle 3, and let's see what's going on. No one else has been killed. And Paola says, since we're good for oxygen now, should we get rid of the suspected AFKs? And Jinsu goes, yeah, we should. Unfortunately, I'm the only one who knows how to use a gun, and the game won't play for me due to a loading bug, so all he can do is talk. Apparently there was a loading bug today while I was asleep. There was a big Mush alert pop-up, saying that they were having problems with their servers. So, Iron goes, well, when you're ready is fine too. We've still got a ways to go on Pilgrid, and until then it doesn't matter if there is an inactive Mush on board. And we've already got the dead one for research. That being said, how exactly is that one AFK still alive who isn't Mush? It's day 5 and they're still kicking somehow. Did they eat at all and make it through the tutorial? Day 6 is generally when the last stragglers die off from starvation. It can take a while if they eat whenever they're going through the tutorial. There's a lot of people who complete the tutorial, jump into the game, and then quit. Let's see, Janice resets Spore, Sucker, and Serum, also by picking up the cat and accessing the research lab. The research NCC contact lenses becomes available. It's currently at 38% and will really help out our pilot and those that use a turret for hunters. Ian wants a narcotics distiller. That way we might be able to find a cure for syphilis. The super freezer is now working, thanks to Janice. I've got the morning, I don't want to call it hiccups, but gotta clear my nose, have trouble breathing and stuff. You guys should know this by now. Let's see, I ate 2 items in the lab during day 4, cycle 8, and either Chow or Terrence is going to starve today, and then we'll have our Mush, I'm sure of it, Elisha says. Janice goes, anyone have a problem if I kick Steven off the bed in Bravo dorm? And no, no one does. Elisha says, Steven is very antisocial and doesn't seem to contribute with anything, so go right ahead. We also had an oxygen tank that broke, but Finola, of all people, fixed it and ended up getting dirty, which is not good. A dirty Finola loses 1 morale per cycle. Okay. And that is really all that is going on. So I've got plenty of AP. I don't really know. Here we go. Yeah, we need to leave orbit ASAP so that we can get back to planet scaring. I'll put 1 fuel in, and hopefully, yeah, I'll just say I'll put 1 fuel in. So I don't really need to say anything else. Paola just ran in here 3 minutes ago and snagged a bed. There's the fuel tank. I always forget where the fuel tank is over here. So we're down to 10 and of course I got dirty. We're down to 10 fuel. I don't really care about getting dirty right now. There's nothing significant that I need to do. Pilgrid? What is Pilgrid up to? I guess I could also relay Pilgrid. No, I'll wait. It's tempting, but for just 1% to spend 2 AP, it will inject this fuel. I don't know why I always feel the need to walk over here whenever I'm injecting fuel. You can do it from anywhere in the room as long as the fuel's in your inventory. And hey, Robo Einstein fixed this fuel tank down here. I was wondering who did that. Okay, so I'm dirty. Dirty loading fuel. Showering, and bravo. Of course, our soap was destroyed, probably by Hua, I think. So I've got to take a shower with no soap, which is absolutely heartbreaking. Terrence should be starving soon, unless he's Mush. I give him till day 6, cycle 3. And let's see what neuron projects we got going on. We have, drumroll please, no one's been in here for a while. Launch propulsion system, anti-grav thrusters. Here, we'll participate in this. I might be able to knock this out and finish it. I'll leave it. Someone else can come in here and spend 2 AP. Where is the neuron thread? Did I favorite that one? No. I might never find it. Oh my god, there's so many looping threads to sort through. Here we go. 99%. What a bitch. Even though I didn't spend 2 AP on Pilgrid, did Joelle just come in here? How long has Joelle been AFK here in the Nexus? He's been AFK in there long enough to be turned into a mush by someone if they really wanted to. Anyways, whenever we return, hopefully we will be out in deep space again and I can get back to scanning for planets. And maybe round 2 of our oxygen hunt / fuel hunt will be a whole lot more successful than that first 4-day slugfest that I had of finding absolutely nothing. Welcome back, crew. It's day 5, cycle 6, and there's another person dead, of which was Mush. Ian has cured his syphilis, and Finola says, would you mind explaining Terrence, or should we kill you with no questions asked? So let's see what he did. Ian helped Terrence to get out of the room. Brotherly help is a beautiful thing. Terrence left the room. Terrence adeptly wielded blade, makes a huge gash in Ian. And then Ian's face contorts when Terrence removes the blade, which they just stuck in them. That's awesome. Terrence carves out a chunk of iron. I've never actually seen a blade get used. Let's see, Janice says he doesn't communicate and attacks without a reason while doing nothing else helpful. Yeah, there really isn't any reason why we should keep him alive. He will never be dirty again, Elisha says. That's quite a boring mush. Spends 5 days doing absolutely nothing and then pops to life to try and kill someone. Thankfully, like Janice says, it's a good thing he attacked Ian. He would have actually killed someone if he chose anyone else. But because Ian takes additional AP to kill, he ran out of AP. Maybe that was his plan all along. See, Alicia cracks knuckles. Good job. Great work. Great work. Now we can Now we can focus on surviving. I really doubt that they spored and were able to make any more mush. Gioeli starved to death as well, which isn't surprising. We have 2 asteroids, 2 Erics, 2 tracks, and 9 hunters. I think it's 2 R's. We'll find out when I fly out there. So let's see. We still haven't left orbit, which is pretty disheartening. Elisha left the hacker kit on the bridge for anyone with AP to move us. We need to shoot the Erics first. Let's see, this death trap ship is trying to kill me. Finola has 2 hit points. Metal sheets were slicing her up. That's highly unfortunate. Spore Sucker 38%. Retro Fungal Serum 13%. Okay. Launch propulsion was finished. Elisha got dirty taking out the trash, which was Terrence. And what are we researching right now? We have automatic sprinklers, extra hydro pots, and a neuron participation. Let's see, our current pot set should be making 5 oxygen a day, meaning we don't need another oxygen run for 4 through 5 days. Plants are nice, but I'm doubtful we'd survive long enough to see them used. I have no idea how much oxygen you get from plants. I thought it was just 1 oxygen per day on cycle change, but I could be wrong. Regardless, we're gonna fly out here and shoot down an Eric. We have Olive Grove, Tomorrowland, and Yasmin. We'll take out the Yasmin. Wow. Asteroids galore. Where are the Erics? There's one. Stops our ship from moving. Oh, yeah, I could land on a planet. I completely forgot about that. Okay, let's fire it. Ah, damn you, you bastard. Left with 1 hit point. And I missed. Come on. Don't miss on 80% chances. Why you gotta do me like that, game? Missed again. These percentages are not right. Someone do the math. Count down how many times I miss over the course of, like, all my videos. These things are not accurate. Good. Both the Erics are down. 2 AP to land. That's horrible. And that's all I can do this cycle. Someone else is going to have to go up there and move this ship. Okay, you're welcome. Now get to work. No sick leave, Finola says. Both Erics are down. Okay, get this piece of junk moving. If there were fewer hunters out there, if we could finish them off, we could stay and collect scrap or something. Try to time it just right so we collect scrap and then fly away before the asteroids hit, but I don't think it's worth it. And I will see you guys in a few cycles, most likely. Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Mush, where I am apparently dead. I did a little bit of research before pressing record, and it looks like I lost 6 morale in the course of sleeping. 4 hours ago, I lost 2. I had a panic attack and lost 3. And then I lost 1 when somebody else starved it. I think that was Gioeli. Lost 1 there. So yeah, I'm not really sure what I could have possibly done while I was sleeping to not lose 6 morale. Anyways, my crew thinks that I killed myself. Let's see, wait, what? Did she ever say anything about her low morale? I didn't think it was that low. She stated at one point that she was intending to kill herself, blah blah blah. They want to report me for suicide. Yeah, I lost 6 morale while sleeping, you jerks. I didn't suicide. Panic attacks are deadly. It wasn't a bad ship. Not a bad ship compared to other ones that I've been on. Let's see. Fuel running doesn't really matter, I guess, what is going on the ship. Blah blah blah, broken stuff, oxygen reservoir broken right after I went to bed. Steven died from fatal depression. That's one of the things that sent me over the edge. He only got the last Eric, which I thought I killed the last Eric. I guess more showed up. Okay. Chow died from starvation. I think I saw that before I went to bed, though. Anyways, pay attention to your morale. I didn't know that you could lose so much so quick. But that was Frieda. I don't particularly like this character. It was a whole lot of sleeping, and then a whole lot of just scanning planets for no reason at all. I don't think I found one single good planet. We definitely didn't go to any of the planets that I scanned. So that's basically 4 or 5 days of just wasted AP doing absolutely jack all. Who did I like? I like Jinsu, Paola, Iron, Janice. I like all of the active people, of course. Reluca was... she suicided for sure. Chioeli was inactive. I like Quanti. Chun was inactive. Terrence was a jerk. Hua was a jerk. Sure. Okay. Let's confirm and continue. We won't be able to see the scoreboard or anything until this ship ends. Not that it matters anyways. We could beat Jinsu if we jumped into a new ship, but we are not going to. Was not expecting it to end like that, folks. But, that's Mush. There's many ways to die. You never know when your time is going to come.